Henry VIII was King of England from 1509 to his death in 1547. Henry's wives were Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, and Catherine Parr. Henry VIII is widely known for his 6 wives, of whom he divorced 2, executed 2, 1 died of birth complications, and 1 survived. Henry VIII was also responsible for the English Reformation, which saw the Church of England formed and separated from the Roman Catholic Church in Rome. This would result in the first formation of the secular state in England. Henry was born in 1491 to his father, Henry VII of England, and his mother, Elizabeth of York. Henry had 3 siblings, although he originally had 6, but only 3 of them survived. His siblings are Arthur, Margaret, and Mary. In his young age, Henry was very talented, being able to play a variety of instruments. He was also an avid poet, and he also loved to play joust and real tennis. When he was only 11, Henry's older brother, Arthur, would die from a sweating sickness. As a result, Henry would become the heir presumptive to the throne of England, meaning that when his father died, he would become the new king. A few years after the death of his older brother Arthur, Henry's father, Henry VII of England, would die, passing on his crown to Henry, making him Henry VIII of England. Following his coronation in London, Henry would marry his late brother's widow, Catherine of Aragon, making her the new Queen of England. In the first years of his reign, Henry would host lavish events to intimidate his adversaries and show off his power to the world. He would also use these events to form new alliances and friendships. In 1533, Henry's first divorce would occur, as he would leave his wife Catherine due to her inability to produce a male heir. Soon after his first divorce, Henry would marry his mistress, Anne Boleyn. However, he would later execute her for her inability to bring him a male heir as well. Henry would have multiple divorces and executions of his late wives, which would create tensions with the Pope and the Roman Catholic Church, who clearly opposed his marriage policies. As a result, Henry felt that it was necessary that he break off with the Roman Catholic Church and to form his own church, the Church of England. With the separation from the Roman Catholic Church, Henry would begin his new reforms on his new Church of England. He would make himself the head of the church, bringing more absolute power to his cause. Along with his reforms of the church, Henry would enact the Articles of Union, which would further unify and strengthen the union between England, Scotland, and Ireland. This would later become the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Another one of Henry's important projects was the modernization and build-up of the English Armada. This English Armada would later help his daughter Elizabeth I in fighting off the Spanish. By the time of his last marriage with Catherine Parr, Henry would have 4 children, of whom 3 would be legitimate: Mary, Elizabeth, and Edward. In 1547, Henry VIII would die from natural causes, but mostly because of his obesity. His crown would pass on to his young son Edward, who would die a few years later. Henry's legacy in England would be remembered for his reformation of the church, his many wives, and his early unification of the British Isles.